Hey guys, it's Aang. And today I'm going to be talking about YashaHime Volume 2, Chapter 4. Womp 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 womp. Womp womp womp. So I know it's been a long time since we last covered YashaHime. I just needed a huge break from like inuyasha YashaHime stuff, but we're back for now. Volume 2 actually came out back in December. If you guys didn't cop a copy yet, I will leave the link down below on where you can buy it. Basically, last volume, all that happened was we basically get introduced to the girls. We learn a little bit more about their background and how, you know, they're Inuyasha Kagome's kids, as well as Sesshomaru and Rin's kids, and how Toa was back in the modern era, why they were separated, kind of like the beginnings of where their parents went, stuff about Miroku and Sango kind of, and like how all that stuff went down, and as well as the prophecy that the girls have been put on because the sacred tree is just like, you could just be, you know, if you want your parents back, you also have to save the world. Just head west. That's the story right now. In this chapter, we finally meet like Hisui, we meet Kohaku, how he's been doing the last like 20 years. I'm really excited to give my thoughts on the story that Shina has provided for us and compare it to the anime and, you know, give my opinions on it. So let's get started. The volume opens with Hisui, who is Miroku and Sango's youngest kid, and he's fighting the birds of paradise with the Hiraikote. If you remember birds of paradise, they're like Koga's enemy, like they're the threats in the mountains. So he gets praised by his teammates, but they also tease him by sarcastically saying, "Wow, you're so good, you actually might be able to fill the hole that Setsuna and Moroha left." They like sigh and like wish that the girls are both on their team still. So we kind of see that Moroha and Setsuna used to be a part of the Demon Slayers, but for some reason they left. During this part, Hisui spaces out and thinks about how his parents have been gone for 3 years and Moroha and Setsuna have been gone somewhere as well. And he complains that his uncle Kohaku is like leaving him in the dark with the information about their whereabouts, and he's just like, where are they? Like, I don't even know anything, I'm just here. Suddenly, one of the demons jump up and grab Hisui. Kohaku appears and he slays the demon, and then Kohaku's like, "I told you to never leave your guard down around these demons." And then we cut to the twins and Moroha entering the feudal era, and then we meet Kirara. Kirara appears and she meets the girls at the tree, and both Setsuna and Moroha are like really happy and greets Kirara, and Toa approaches Kirara and she's like, "Oh my god, it's a kitty, like I want to pet her, I want to hug her." But then Kirara like gets really startled, and then she turns into her full demon form, revealing that she's a cat demon. And Toa's just like, "Yo, what the heck? You guys didn't tell me that she was a cat demon. You just told me she was a cat. What the heck?" So the girls also noticed like, "Oh, Toa, like you didn't even notice that Kirara was a demon?" Like Toa like grew up in the modern era. She doesn't really encounter demony stuff, so she's not really used to sniffing out the specific kinds of demons that there are. She only knows like, oh, that's different from humans. That's a ghost. You know what I mean? So basically, Kirara takes them and she brings them to the Demon Slayer's village. They arrive at the Demon Slayer village and a bunch of girls run over and like fangirl over Setsuna. They shower her with like gifts and compliments. It kind of parallels to how Toa was really popular back in the modern era as well, right? And then we meet Sango and Miroku's twins, Kinu and Gyokuto. They appear and they explain that Moroha has been away on a solo journey bounty hunting. She left without saying why, and they have been really worried about her. You know, Moroha is like doing her own thing right now, like being a bounty hunter. No one knows why she's keeping the secret, but like everyone kind of like respects that she doesn't really want to talk about it. I guess that's like another question that we're kind of thinking about, like, I wonder what Moroha is trying to do, because, you know, in the anime, she was bounty hunting to repay debt. I'm not gonna lie, it was so dumb. Like, a lot of us at the time were theorizing, oh, like, maybe, like, Moroha was, like, saving money so she can send a bounty to find her parents, right? Like, that was so freaking cute. But no, it was, like, repaying a debt of this girl that, like, died, had a lot of debt, and then put it on, like, Moroha. I don't even remember the specifics, but it was really dumb. Anyways, and then Kohaku arrives with the demon slaying group and he greets Setsuna and Moroha. And he finally meets Toa. We also kind of see like Hisui being like, "Oh my god, Setsuna's back!" Like, "Oh my god, like, girl." The only thing I really wished in like the anime, like they explored more like Setsuna and Hisui. I think their relationship would have made like a lot of sense. So I'm really happy that they kind of made it a little bit like more obvious in this story. But like Setsuna's very, because you know she doesn't have any emotions, because that's what the dream butterfly took away from her. Very monotone. Maybe once she gets her emotions back, she can recognize any feelings towards Hisui, and that would be really, really cute, I think. So basically, Kohaku returns and he meets Toa. Kohaku notices that Setsuna and Toa both have the same eyes and calls them cool and entrancing, like Sesshomaru's. Toa and Setsuna are like, oh my god, what is this? Don't you not like think it's scary? Like everyone says they're really like weird, like scary and stuff like that. Like Toa, like her whole life, people were like, those eyes, man. To the point where her principal's like, you should wear glasses because your eyes are really distracting students, which is so freaking dumb and rude of that principal to say. They're like in this belief that like Kohaku genuinely thinks that their eyes are really amazing and cool. Setsuna mentions that Kohaku has had a rough life and that he's probably seen far more scary things. And then you kind of remember in the original story, Kohaku been through a lot. And then Kohaku tells Kinu and Gyokuto to escort them to the house because he wants to hear the story of everything that has happened. And then after, Hisui's teammates tease him and ask if he's happy that Setsuna's back, and he denies it while like he's blushing, which is like, yes, a little bit of romance. I'm happy about it. So at the house, Moroha is eager to leave, but Setsuna makes sure that she stays with them. When they speak to Kohaku, Setsuna ensures they'll visit the corpse dealer afterwards and wants to split the rewards from the demons they slayed in the modern era 3 ways, which includes Toa. And then Moroha's like, dang it. I think Moroha just really wanted all the money to herself, while Setsuna's just like, we're in this together, bro. We all fought that demon. Like, give all of us a split of the money. So it kind of seems like Moroha really needs the money for some reason, right? I really wonder what it is in this story. I think it might be different from the anime. Kinu and Gyokuto give background info to Toa on the Demon Slayer's village. They explain that the demon slaying is a really good job during those times, especially since higher class people usually commission them for work. Business be booming these days. They also reuse the slayed demon parts for weapons and medicine. They also explain that the people of the village come from different backgrounds. Some are demon slayers, some are farmers and builders, but most of the village's population is children. Children who have spiritual powers or come for demon slaying training, but most of them are actually orphans due to war and slavery. They explain that the village is now bountiful, while only a little over 2 decades ago, the whole village was killed off by demons. I think Shina did really well with kind of setting up the story, giving a lot of background knowledge on the past events. It's not every single detail, but it was like enough for the new readers who didn't watch the show or like haven't watched Inuyasha in like years to like just pick up YashaHime and be like, oh yeah, that happened. Or like if you've never watched Inuyasha, be like, I'm interested, I really want to check out Inuyasha, but this is enough information for me to understand what is happening in the story right now, which I think he did a really good job on. Also, like I love in the manga, the demon slayers are doing so well. They have like so many villagers, everyone's like friends with each other. They explain how a lot of residents there are actually children that ended up being orphans because of the wars. Back in Inuyasha, when whole village was massacred and like destroyed because of Naraku, literally the demon slayer village population was 1, and that was just Sango. And then at the end of Inuyasha, it became 3: Sango, Miroku, and Kohaku, right? After they had kids, it became 6. Sango's goal was always to revive the village because it was such an amazing village. It was always like really bountiful, but then because of Naraku, population went back to 1, now 6. So I think Shina kind of being like, yeah, over these years, their village really became very bountiful, very populated. It's a very happy village. And I think it gives Miroku and Sango's story a lot more success afterwards, because it's like in the anime, Kohaku was broke, man. They were struggling. The village wasn't very like bountiful. And I always thought like my headcanon would be the village has grown so much. Miroku and Sango had like 1 billion babies. They recruited a lot of people. And this is exactly what happened in the manga, whereas the anime was really disappointing. It's like everyone's story really sucked, at least in the manga. Like Moroha, the twins, their parents somewhere, we don't know, but at least Miroku and Sango have a really amazing village again, and I think that was great. And I also really love that we actually got to explore the thoughts of Kohaku, because in the anime it was just like, yeah, like he kind of mentioned it here and there, but just like we didn't explore any more of that, what it was like to have your life life lost, have a second chance of life given to you by people that care about you, you know, surviving all of that craziness that happened, and also feeling that guilt that you still like killed your dad and like your whole team of demon slayers. Like, what was it like, right? And I'm really glad that we touched on it more in the story as well, which I didn't even get to yet. But so after Kinu and Gyokuto kind of give background information on the demon slayer village, we cut to Kohaku paying respects to his deceased family. He reflects and says that he is living his second chance at life that was given to him by Kikyo, Sango, Kagura, and Sesshomaru. He explains that he still suffers from flashbacks of the dark memories he experienced when being under Naraku's control, but he tries to overwrite those memories with the good ones. He thinks about Sesshomaru and how much he's changed. You know, marrying a human really meant altering his very nature, because having love and compassion for others doesn't come naturally to a demon like him. Kohaku also questions, like, why would such a great person like Sesshomaru disappear from the world? Even Kohaku doesn't even know his whereabouts. Again, we get a lot more background information, how, like, you know, Kohaku kind of suffers from PTSD. He has flashbacks about that night, but like he tries his best to heal from it and to move on forward, because his character, he's just like, oh, like, instead of like letting the bad thoughts win, I'm going to live my life to the fullest, because it was something that was given to me by people that really cared, people that aren't even here anymore, like Kikyo and Kagura. So then we cut back to the house, and the girls explain their mission from the sacred tree to head west to save the world, and they also request a weapon for Toa. But Kohaku was like, I'm ready to like send out a whole army and weapons, and I'm willing to fight alongside you guys. I will give my whole being. And Setsuna's just like, no, you know, it's easier to travel in south than to have like a whole army, you know, because everyone's like fighting during these times, and like to walk around with a gigantic ass army and they're gonna be like, who are you fighting? We'll just fight you guys. So Hisui agrees, but then he offers to accompany them as well. But Setsuna declines, but also says that he would be a burden, which is so funny because, like, you know, the whole time we were just like, oh my god, Hisui likes Setsuna, and Hisui's just like, I will fight alongside you guys. I won't let you guys go alone. I'll come too. Setsuna's just like, you know, we're half demons, we're all part demons, we're really strong. Instead of you protecting us, it'll mostly be us protecting you. Role reversal. Hisui's trying to step up, trying to be strong, trying to be like, I will help you guys, the girlies. And the girls are like, we're strong enough on our own, we don't need you. And he's just like, ow. So Kohaku gives in and like lets the girls go on their journey, and he apologizes for trying to involve himself on their mission, but it is only because he felt in debt to the girls' family, but he knows that nothing he does will be enough to pay their deed back, which is sad. Like, honestly, Kohaku, it was a gift, man. Your life is a gift. Live it to the best. You don't owe no one nothing. Just be a good person. Do your best. And that's all you gotta do. And then Toa asks Kohaku about Sesshomaru and explains that she doesn't know what it's like to have a demon father. Kohaku says that she will know when they meet him. But for now, to be proud of their unique traits because it was given to them by their amazing parents. And I think that was so sweet. He's just like, you know, encouraging them, like, your eyes, the way you look is precious, and to be proud of it. I'm a full Filipino. I think in the real world, I heard stories from a lot of people that are biracial who relate to the story of Inuyasha a lot, and I think that was really cool to hear because it's not something I can relate to, but like being biracial, not really feeling like you belong to a specific like race or ethnicity, and then just kind of being lost in the middle. I think what Kohaku says here is so sweet, so nice. Be proud of your traits, your unique traits. Yeah, you don't look like everyone else, but it's something that your parents gave. Your parents are such amazing people. Be proud of how you look and how you are and how strong you are and all of that stuff. Just be proud of it. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I think she's kind of like shy to talk to Kohaku because obviously she knows that Kohaku wants to know why she became a bounty hunter, why she left the demon slayers. But, you know, Kohaku's like, you know, maybe this isn't really my business. This is your own journey. I respect you, and if you ever need help, if you ever want to come back, we'll be here for you. And I think that's so sweet. This chapter was so wholesome. Kohaku also explains that he has some information on the rainbow pearls because he knows someone that knows someone that knows. He says that he was instructed to send the girls to them once the three of them were reunited. And now that they are, it is revealed that the people that knows the people that knows the people that knows are Miroku and Sango. So I'm so excited to read about them. The two are happy that the girls are reunited now, and they are finally able to leave the mountain and can stop providing for Koga and another wolf demon named Yagawari. You know how earlier Hisui was like, I don't even know where my parents are. It's been like 3 years. I don't even know where they're at. But you know, we're just chilling, slaying some demons right now. Miroku and Sango are actually on a mountain with Koga and another wolf demon named Yagawari. And in the anime, Yagawari is Moroha's mentor that literally put the debt on Moroha to pay off and like taught her how to fight. She was really mean to her, left her alone a lot, threw her in freaking Kodoku. You know, it is what it is. Koga's there, and as well as that other wolf demon. By the looks of it, Miroku and Sango were like housing them and like feeding them because they know information on the... I haven't read the rest of the volume, but like to me, I'm guessing they know the information. Miroku and Sango are like, tell us the information. They're like, no. And then they're like, we'll tell you the information if you give us food. At the end of the chapter, Miroku reflects and asks himself how much of a help he would be without his wind tunnel. And I think that's like another topic that was explored in the anime. In the anime, Miroku left for a couple of years, I think. Was it 900 days? 300 days? Was it 300 days? Or is it 1,000 days? It's a lot of days. So Miroku left for a lot of days to become stronger, to get some more like spiritual power, because, you know, in the anime of Inuyasha, his wind tunnel was like his main thing. Even though it was a curse, it was a blessing in disguise. He just sucked all the demons into his hand, and that was like his main thing. You know, he isn't physically the strongest. He uses his staff, he uses his secret sutras, and he's very fast at running and knows how to ride a bike. But other than that, he isn't like the strongest. If you were to argue physically, Sango's way stronger than him. So they explored it in the anime, they explored it in the manga, and I think a lot of us kind of wondered, you know, if there was more to after Inuyasha, like before, you know, YashaHime came out. They're kind of like, oh, well, like if they're still demon slaying and stuff like that, like Miroku's kind of weak now, right? So again, I really am glad that they explored that kind of like idea. Yeah, but basically I'm excited to see the rest of the story. Expect more episodes in the future. But so far I'm really liking the story, although it still does pain me to this day that they're even like separated in the first place. I just missed like really feeling excited about the story like 3 years ago, but you know, Twitter kind of traumatized me a little bit. You know, it's always really fun to talk about it on the channel, and I'm really glad, and I hope some of you guys are still around. Yeah, that's the volume 4 of YashaHime. Expect more episodes coming soon, and check out my other videos. Yeah, I think that's all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.